Welcome back to another explainer. So, have you ever stared down a mountain of ungraded paper exams and just thought, man, there has absolutely got to be a better way to do this? Well, today we are unpacking a really fascinating post by Qorrect, and it's all about the massive digital transformation hitting university grading. We're looking squarely at the year 2026 and digging into the tech that's literally rewriting the rules of higher education. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. First, the digital assessment revolution. Second, essential software features. Third, benefits from modern universities. And finally, number 4, the Qorrect advantage.
All right, section 1, the digital assessment revolution. So to really wrap our heads around what's happening, we need to futurecast just a bit. Picture higher education in 2026. How exactly will universities handle grading? I mean, think about the friction we've all seen, right? Professors lugging around those giant, heavy stacks of paper exams, trying to decipher impossible handwriting, and just the sheer amount of hours lost to manual tallying? It's exhausting. Our source material argues that leaning on these outdated methods, it's simply no longer viable for any modern institution that demands speed and accuracy.
The solution they present is academic assessment software. Basically, this is a digital tool designed to help educational institutions create, manage, and evaluate assessments super efficiently, completely replacing traditional paper exams. And I really want to emphasize that last part. It's a huge shift away from massive ecological waste and the physical headache of storing literally thousands of paper documents.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core contrast here. On one side, you have traditional paper exams, which are just bogged down by manual grading, a really high risk of human error, and of course that eco-waste. But on the flip side, digital assessments offer automated grading, reusable test banks, and rich performance analytics. It's totally night and day, the friction of the past versus the streamlined efficiency of the future.
Now, it's important to note that this technology isn't just one single thing. You've got your standard online exam software and automated grading systems, sure. But then it gets incredibly advanced with things like AI-powered adaptive assessment that actually adjust the test difficulty on the fly based on how the student is doing in real time. Plus, there's competency-based assessment. This means institutions can really pick and choose the exact right tools to fairly and accurately evaluate their specific students.
Moving right along to Section 2, Essential Software Features.
Think of this as the blueprint for success. When an institution decides to upgrade, the best platforms out there really nailed this specific trifecta for exam creation. First up, you need a wide range of question types, everything from your basic multiple choice to complex essays. Next, you need solid test bank management to safely store and organize all those questions for future semesters. And finally, automated grading. Delivering instant results to students, that's a real game changer.
Of course, a test is really only as good as its integrity. Our source outlines some pretty strict anti-cheating measures you'd want to look for. We're talking proctoring tools, lockdown browsers, things that actively protect academic integrity. Plus, these systems can't just live in a silo. They absolutely require seamless LMS integration. They have to sync up perfectly with the learning management systems universities already use. And honestly, it all has to be wrapped in a user-friendly interface, or else faculty just won't want to use it.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the shift from just capturing a final grade to actually putting that data to work. Advanced performance analysis tracks student progress and pinpoints very specific areas for improvement. So instead of just handing out a letter grade, professors get these deep, actionable insights. They can see exactly where an entire class might be struggling and then adjust their teaching on the fly. That is incredibly powerful.
All right, Section 3, Benefits from Modern Universities.
So let's talk about the institutional ROI, why this matters for administrators. The crucial point here boils down to a single number, 0. We are talking about 0 paper waste heading into landfills and 0 hours lost to tedious manual grading errors. Think about that for a second. That 0 actually represents a massive, massive reclaim of time and resources for a university.
Expanding on that idea, the source maps out 3 systemic benefits of adopting this kind of tech. First, it drives a seamless digital transformation towards being genuinely eco-friendly. That foundation then paves the way for improved security and fairness, using things like AI to keep the playing field totally level. And all of that ultimately feeds into data-driven decision-making. It gives universities the macro-level data they need to continuously refine and improve their curriculum.
But let's shift gears for a second, focus on who really matters here. The students. At the end of the day, this technology has to make their experience better, right?
And it does. It offers faster results, highly personalized feedback, early identification of learning gaps, and flexible, scalable testing. Seriously, just ask yourself, how much better would the university experience be if faculty actually had the time freed up to focus on real mentorship and teaching instead of just battling logistical hurdles?
And that brings us to Section 4, the Qorrect advantage.
Now that we've set the stage with the broader industry landscape, we are going to look specifically at how the source article positions the Qorrect platform. In the interest of just reporting what's there, let's read their boldest claims straight from the text. They state, Qorrect isn't just another assessment software, it's a future-proof solution that empowers universities to automate grading, enhance security, and improve student performance evaluation. All right, so let's unpack how exactly they back that claim up.
According to the article, they back that up with 3 core solutions. First, you've got pure speed through their advanced automated grading. Second is efficient organization with their comprehensive question bank management. This allows for really clever categorization and randomized testing. And the third piece is the intelligence factor, data-driven analysis that uses real-time reports to dynamically track how students are performing.
And from a technical standpoint, which, is always top of mind for university IT directors, the article highlights some heavy-hitting features. Qorrect integrates AI-driven proctoring to really lock down that academic integrity. But crucially, it doesn't force a massive rip and replace of a school's current tech. It's built to seamlessly sync right into leading LMS platforms like Blackboard and Moodle.
So, to summarize the source's final pitch here, it really comes down to scalability and efficiency. The platform is designed to adapt to all university sizes, whether that's a small private college or a massive state school. It supports custom grading rubrics, it's aimed at cutting those heavy administrative costs, and it promises to automate the entire assessment cycle from start to finish. The whole shebang.
We've seen where the industry's heading, and we've looked at the specific tools being built to get us there. So I'm going to leave you with this. Is your institution actually ready for the future of assessments? As we hurtle toward the 2026 academic year, that's a question every single educational leader needs to answer, for sure. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, and I'll catch you on the next one.